Hey guys, it's been 5 years since I filmed a YouTube video. A lot has changed for me. I'm no longer raw vegan. Nothing against raw veganism. I have tons of friends that are raw vegan. However, I am vegan. I will always be vegan. I've been vegan now for about 6 years and there is no going back for me. Currently, right now, I'm probably at my healthiest as I've ever been. But raw veganism just didn't work for me. It really failed me, I think, as a diet. So I'm going to definitely delve into that, but I kind of want to update you and get you caught up to where I am now and why I eat the way that I do. So I was raw vegan when I was filming these videos and I was struggling. Like, I went back and watched these videos and it was really hard to watch because I looked so good and I was trying to put on this front, but like I was struggling on a daily basis. I have an eating disorder that I'm finally kind of in control over. It's never really taken over my life, but it's always been on the back burner when I kind of go really low. And I hit a point with my raw veganism where I hit that low. I would feel so guilty eating cooked food that I would like purge it all up because that seemed to make sense in my little newbie vegan brain. And so it just wasn't working for me. It works for so many people. My coach, Fully Raw Christina, when I was filming his videos, she's still a dear friend of mine and I totally love what she does. And I love that you can just simply eat fruits and vegetables and be fine. It just didn't work for me. So I was vegan, or I was still vegan. I was raw vegan for about a year and a half, close to 2 years before I really started to see the effects of all that sugar was doing to me. So when I'm on an unrestricted diet like that, I was eating a ton of fruit, but I would eat a big meal and then I'd get shaky and then I'd eat another big meal and then I'd get shaky. And what it boiled down to is that I actually had PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, which means I can't process sugar the same way as the average person. My hormones are out of balance. I easily gain weight and I found out I had a gluten allergy before I even decided to go vegan and before I went raw vegan. And so I just have always had a really hard time digesting food or digesting the right food, I guess. And to this day, like I still love fruit and I don't really have issues with it, but I have a lot more structure now. So, I was living with a raw vegan, which kept me raw vegan. And I had Fully Raw Christina as my coach, which was great. But finding out I had PCOS, I really made a change. They put me on metformin, which I don't recommend for anyone. They put me on like a low grade diabetes medicine, which gave me so many problems. I won't get too far into it, but just picture like the worst intestinal problems that you could have from a little tiny 30 milligram pill that the doctors say will make you better and you'll lose weight and whatever crock of shit they gave me. So I basically needed a change. And for a while, I was following like an 80-10-10 starch solution. So, like cooked raw or like a cooked vegan diet, but it was like very similar to raw vegan. Tons of vegetables, lots of starches, lots of fruit. And I was gaining a lot of weight. And I kind of got to my lowest point, or I guess my highest point. I hit 200 on the scale, and I was like, that's fucking nuts. I've never been that heavy, and it was a true wake up call for me. And I found, more of like a macro based nutrition system. And I had a coach. It seemed really great at first, and then it just didn't really seem to work out for me. I was not really feeling like I was getting enough support as I felt, and I felt like I just, I tried to do it on my own for a while. That didn't work. And I had lost some weight and I went to this like boot camp thing, which don't fall for those. Like, if you lose this amount of weight in 6 weeks, you're going to get your money back. Cause let me tell you, it's so bad. Restricting your calories and working out 6 days a week does nothing good for your metabolism. So I was down to like 1,400 calories a day, which is super low, while working out 6 days a week from not really working out. And I dropped like 20 pounds in under 6 weeks and then immediately gained 10 back because it was all water weight and salt and just restricting. So going through these waves of being, even before I was vegan, but through my veganism, I have gone through waves of restricting and then unrestricting and gaining weight and then restricting and losing weight and then someone tells you about something else. Oh, you can still lose weight eating as much food as you want and whatever. Don't fall for it. Like I see all these people falling for it, and if it works for you, awesome. Didn't work for me. So I was in Houston for a couple years. I met my boyfriend, which kind of broke me from being raw vegan. He and I moved in together. We moved up to Dallas. We were together there for 3 years. And so he kind of saw me on this journey, and he was like, you got to figure out something that works for you, because you can't just keep jumping on all these bandwagons of the new fad vegan diet or whatever. So we moved to Colorado, and a few months later, I got a different coach doing the same thing, macro based. Basically, if you fit your macros, means you can eat whatever you want in a day. Obviously, it's going to be vegan for me, and you just calculate how much sugar or how many carbs, how much protein, and how much fat. And then you have like different numbers depending on your goals and how much you weigh currently and what you want to weigh, and you kind of are able to adjust it depending on what you need. And, I was with a coach who, again, restricted me really low. And I lost 30 pounds last year. It's beginning of February. So from June to the end to like November, I was working with one coach, and, well, really till October. And I lost about 30 pounds, and I was feeling really great. But then I hit this wall, I hit a plateau, and I just wasn't really going anywhere. And so I found a different coach doing the same thing. But right now she has me reverse dieting. So I'm up to eating about 2,000 calories, which is what the average person should be eating, and still being able to lose weight, because again, you need to have like this good balance of working out and eating the right foods. And it's really been working out for me right now. Obviously, who doesn't want to eat 2,000 calories of awesome vegan food? Not afraid of protein, because it's not from animals, so it's not going to give you heart disease, and it's not going to clog your arteries. And so, I'm eating a substantial amount of protein, which is very opposite of raw veganism. And right now I'm not really losing weight, but I'm in a building phase. I'm putting on muscle, I'm losing fat, and I'm feeling really good. But my new channel is now called Cat If It Fit Your Macros Vegan. So Cat IIFYM Vegan. And that's what my Instagram is. So you can definitely follow me there. And I'll put it in my little YouTube notes, and then you can follow along. But I try my best to meal prep. I count all my macros every day, and of course I make mistakes, but I know for me, raw veganism really failed me. I wanted it to work really bad, and I had a lot of faith, but it's just not meant for everyone. And so I kind of wanted to make this video to update you guys and let you know where I am at, because there's still 300 of you subscribed about, and, I'm sure not all of you guys are raw vegan, and I'm sure a lot of you have struggled. Some of you guys probably have, strayed away from veganism, just trying to find something that worked for you, but that's okay. We all are on our own journey. I have shifted directions so many ways to get to where I am now, and I finally feel like I'm getting healthier, and my eating disorder is under control. My eating addiction is still there, which I'm working on with my coach. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys that you can find the right thing for you and still be vegan. And this channel is really going to be about this diet, not from like a coach standpoint or from someone that already is like the ideal body or whatever. Like, I'm on a fucking journey. I am still very far away from my end goal. And by reverse dieting, I've really seen like, wow, I can eat a lot of food and not gain weight. And I can gain muscle and lose fat. And I feel really strong and empowered. And my coach has really done that for me. And yeah, so if you want to hear more about what I'm currently doing, I'm going to be posting very specific videos about what I eat in a day, how I meal prep, the types of like expensive processed vegan items that are still good for you and high in protein that I get to maintain the amount of protein that I need to eat. And yeah, so if you want to tag along, make sure you subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Have to do it like every other YouTuber. And yeah, follow my journey. Hope all is well.